Welcome to SpeakEasy Conversations number 67. And
Yep.
it's the one that I started the show without Doug even knowing.
Yeah, you just let her rip, baby. All right. So what are you drinking there, man? Since we're
We were
starting off.
like 12 minutes late. So what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm drinking a good work. Might as well just get into it, right, Doug? Since we're all like holding the 5 people that are watching us up. It is. It is a hazy IPA, Doug, with Dosaka, Verna, Vic Secret from Good Works Brewing in Milton. Shout out to Josh at Good Works.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a. I think you can see it's like a light one. It's not a. It's a lighter kind of IPA, kind of paler, IPA. You've seen those before. Hazy, but it's still hazy. Look, if it says hazy, right, Doug, it needs to be fucking hazy, right?
Yes, it does. If you're if you're gonna market it that way, that's the way it should be.
Amen. Yeah, and this is typical Good Works. Hope you'll get some of that at the Great Taste. You'll meet Josh and hopefully all that. It's typical Good Works, meaning it's really excellent. They do a really good job. He's scientific chemistry background, all that. So Doug, what do you got?
Well, you're gonna be surprised. I'm starting off with a pale ale as well, an American pale ale. This is one that we've been getting lately from a brewery called Twin Elephant, which I think Daniel probably familiar with. They're out of New Jersey. Twin Elephant called Jersey's Best Dancers. Cool label, given like Singles vibe. Remember the movie Singles? So it has, I think, bullet holes on it. I guess. So this is an American pale ale. I got it largely because it's Twin Elephant and the label was cool. I'm generally not. I can smell the hoppiness already. I didn't even pour it yet. So this is going to be great.
You're a sucker for a label.
I am. So let's give it a go. Get that. That looks nice. Next to Chatham. Yeah, it actually, they list themselves as in Chatham or Chatham. Chatham would be if they were in Massachusetts. Chatham would be New Jersey, is my guess. So we'll check that out. Almost smells more double IPA-ish than it does American, but we'll see how it tastes.
You know I love that shit. Bring that shit to fuck.
That's very good, like surprisingly good. Trying to see what the hops are here is Nelson Sauvin, Motueka, and anchovy. Is anchovy a hop? That's what's listed on the side of the can.
Maybe.
It says English ale yeast and Pilsner Turo wheat oats. So it's got a lot going on. This has got a lot going on. So it's almost like a less hoppy double IPA is what it tastes like to me. It's really tasty. Well done. Well done. Like who would have thought I would start off with the pale ale and be like, this is really good. So cheers to you.
You like some of them. I don't know. We go back and forth on this. I think you don't give yourself enough credit for the IPAs you like. But
yeah. Imani was saying that anchovy apparently is a hop.
Yeah.
I never heard of it.
No. Yeah, and I'm not surprised because Doug, like you've been around long enough to know, these new hops, these new hops just pop out of nowhere. And it almost seems like the brewers are like, I'm trying to find that new hop that guy up the street did not brew with, right? So it's almost like this. Yeah. And of course, our resident home brewer here, he can confirm that for sure.
Yeah, so, that's super good though. Highly recommend that one.
Okay, say that one again, Joe, please.
Yeah, it was Twin Elephant's Jersey's Best Dancers. So it's American Pale Ale. 6.8% ABV. Yeah, it's also Jersey's Best Dancers, just a cool name for a beer. So.
Yeah, but you know what Daniel's saying? The hops are just like the beer names, which is like, like if I'm doing it and you're not, then
Yeah, but where do you come up with the idea of naming it hoppet anchovy? Does it smell like anchovies? Like what? I don't understand how that name came for it, I guess is my question.
Mm, mm. Well, Doug, if you have so many names, you got to keep reaching, if that makes sense. So,
Fair point. Yeah.
hey, Rose May. So, Doug, hmm, I don't even know where to start with this week. I guess we can start with last week. I had an epic last Saturday.
Yeah.
It started in Green Bay. Actually started I was in Titletown, which is the little like outdoor thing that's near Lambeau. I started there. Actually, I started at Copper State Brewing. Um if I've talked about Copper State Brewing in Discord. We won't go into Copper State Brewing. Obviously, I mean it's a coffee house, great place, all that. But so yeah, last week we started at Titletown, 30th birthday. That's Scott, the owner or the CEO. He's not the owner, he's the CEO. But he is, and he pushes back when I say this, but I don't care. He basically saved this brewery from distinction, in my opinion. Titletown, they celebrated the 30th, Doug, so they've been around forever. And this guy came in like 7 years ago and just revamped everything, saved it, got everything going, and it's just a different place now, and it's just wonderful. Scott's a great guy, so shout out to Scott for saving Titletown. And Titletown's, when I first started with craft beer, Doug, it wasn't great. And come to find out, the reason why it wasn't great is because it just wasn't, at the end, like before Scott took over, there was just a whole bunch of things going on business wise. So it's good to really see them, um, stay good. Doug, our OGs are like our craft beer OGs could either do one or two things. They're either still really good in inventing and crafting and all that, or they're just like they need to be put out to pasture, if that makes sense. Some they haven't progressed. The recipes literally taste 30 years old, right? So
yeah, they haven't evolved.
Yeah, so you got to really love and give it out to places like Titletown that are still, doing really good things craft beer wise and surviving, because it's not. I mean, if you survive, if you're 30 as a brewery, what are you, 90 as a person? Like
pretty much. Yeah, hopefully, I get to 90 as a person. To make it 30 as a brewery that's an accomplishment and a half.
Right. So good on that. So then I was invited to McFleshman's IPA festival, Doug, which was disguised as their birthday party. It's kind of weird. We can get to that. Yeah, because they didn't normally it's like, hey, it's our birthday, come celebrate. No, they're like, hey, y'all bring your IPAs and then we're gonna have like a contest. So we'll get to that in a second. So of course, Doug, right up the street from McFleshman's, y'all, is of course Vault 202.
I knew you were going to say that.
202 I'm a complete shill for Vault 202. They are they are the brewer that brewed the collaboration beer that just ended. And I got my little, you can't see it, but I got a scarf from them. So I show up to Vault 202, Doug, knowing that the last, this is probably going to be the last time I tasted this beer. For the record, I'm pretty sure New Kids on the Maibach is going to return. I've gotten a couple positive feedbacks from brewers that want to brew it again, but I'm not taking that for granted, if that makes sense. So rolled up into Vault, and as you can see, I had lunch. It was great. And of course, give me all the fucking milk tubes. And look, on the left, man, y'all can see I was drinking a pint. Yeah, totally tuber. That was I love that, because that was didn't we see Frank Zappa in the music last week?
Yeah, we did. Valley Girl.
Gag me with a spoon, Doug. So one thing that's notable about this slide is that like I probably sat there and drank, Doug, 2 or 3 or 4 pints of the Maibach just like this. Right.
Wow.
So I was just pounding it. I was like, this is great. Also, full disclosure, Vault never charged me ever to drink that beer. So then it was this simple. I would just show up and I was like, it's a Maibach, let's keep drinking it. So I like, as I told y'all, I needed to get to McFleshman's. It was like they started at 2. thank you, McFleshmans, for inviting me. They invited me, comped my ticket, and I was able to go. So I went. So it was at 2:00, right? And I'm still at Vault, sucking down New Kids on the Maibach at like 2:15. Like, and McFleshman started at 2. So I'm like, all right, well, it's time for me to leave. So can I have one last milk tube of the Maibach? And she said, yeah. So she goes and gets the last my last milk tube, dog, and the cat kicked.
Oh, look at you.
So
her face there is great.
Her face there is amazing. She totally played into the whole thing. She knew what she was, she literally knew what she was doing. It was great. And I don't know, Bart, yeah, Vault 202 just has opening of Vault was a host and drink it and then literally kick the keg. Dog, it's probably my biggest crown shining beer moment of my whole life. Like, think about it. Like, and for record, y'all, I live in Madison. Vault was in Appleton, 2 hours away. 2 hours away. So, I don't believe in God, Doug, but something wonderfully magical happened to let me, this guy, kick the keg of the New Kids on the Maibach at one of my favorite breweries ever now. Yeah, dog. It was overwhelming, and I didn't know how to take it. Honestly, it was really overwhelming, actually. Yeah. So in a great way, right? And wait, did I mess up my pictures? Did I mess up my pictures? Oh no, I did mess up my pictures. I didn't put that. Wait. Oh no, it's there. It's there. Sorry. Yeah, and then the bottom picture, it was great because they changed the like they changed the beer out, right? And they got another beer in there. And I was able to get the New Kids on the Maibach that, that plate thing that nice. Says it on it. So I have it in my room. And I don't know, man. It was just that whole experience there was just fucking amazing. So then I still had to go to the IPA Fest, Doug. So go to the IPA Fest, roll up there. I'm all like happy. I see the Vault people because the Vault people were there. And I was like, yo, you know who kicked up my buck? And they were like, nah. And I was like, yes. So that was a great moment. That was fun. So they had this, like, they're a soccer brewery, dog. So they had this scarf, like laying there. And I was like, Scott, whoa, those scarves are amazing. Y'all selling them or limited edition or what the hell's going on with them? And he's like, yeah, they may come back and all that. Cool, right? So then, I don't know. This was an IPA fest. So the thing about it was all the breweries that came there, Doug, they just brought, I'm pretty sure everybody just brought IPAs. I'm pretty sure there were some that weren't, but most of everybody had IPA. You had to vote for the best brewery, Doug, who had the best IPAs. So I was running around yapping, taking pictures and all these things, and I never voted. So then come to find out, Doug, the winner was someone that you're very familiar with and you probably know. Jessica Jones won the inaugural IPA festival.
Yeah. And you see Carrie in the background there too.
Carrie's there. Oh yeah, Carrie was there for sure. Actually, Doug, I actually needed to do this and I completely forgot. Yeah, so Jessica Jones, obviously a past guest here, and actually there's Carrie, she's one too. But no, Jessica Jones won, right, Doug? So like I go back to the Vault and I was like, talking to him about, and Scott's like, Scott had this folded up and was like give it to me. And I was like, wait, what are you talking about? He's like, no, I have it, man. You want it, it's cool. And then Chris the brewer was like, for the record, Greg, I told him not to give it to you. I was like, what, bitch? So Chris didn't want me to give it to him because I didn't vote for Vault.
Oh, he was holding a grudge.
Yeah. And I didn't vote for anyone, no. And I'm like, wait, so like I'm just y'all, I just get your vote. Like I don't get an alt. I'm just y'all just assume that I'm gonna vote for you. I was like, get out of here, Chris. But no, it was a funny moment. But Chris was like, no, Chris seems serious. He's like, I told Scott not to give it to you. Scott's the owner, so whatever, Chris. If you see this and you're watching, I got my beautiful. Well, nah, Chris, all love with Chris and all. But yeah, man, it was great. So yeah, Jessica won, Doug. So that was fun.
What did she make? What kind of IPA did she make?
I
also she didn't. Because she no way she called it an IPA because she has an issue with the word imperial.
So actually, if you want me, I can pull up the I'll pull up the acceptance speech so that she talked about that. Like she literally addressed the fact. So it was she bought her double IPA and her West Coast IPA. She bought them both, and both of them are excellent. And for the record, her double IPA, Jessica's been working on that since she opened that brewery. And the reason is, Doug, is because since, and you know what I'm about to say, since the brewery is open, there's just been so many more organic, Doug, ingredients open to her that weren't when she first opened the brewery, whether it be hops, malts, and all that. So she has more room to play now, if that makes sense.
That's awesome.
Right. So then her recipe honestly has just been it's just been great. It's just been evolution. Yay. So yeah. Clearly she was happy, and she should have been, because she rocked it.
Yeah.
And then here's Carrie and Doug and Mr.
Top Hat.
Yeah, he's one of the brewers for he's the fun brewer, I'm told, at the McFleshmans.
Oh, the fun brewer. He's less business, more fun. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, like, but by fun I mean he brews like the sours and like when the McFleshmans go crazy and fun, you know what I mean? Like Bobby sticks to his styles, you know what I mean? English IPA. He's just straight. When you get up there, you'll see what I mean. And then he's the guy that plays. So Firkins and the things that you like, Doug.
Firkins, that's the fun stuff when they do Firkins.
Firkins are great. And then the three if they're gonna have a 3 adjunct stout, you know what I mean? Those things he'll play like that. Whereas Bobby sticks to the styles.
Yeah. I just remember being one of the things with Weyerbacher was they would do their Firkins were always just experimental things. And that was like some of the fun stuff. You go in there and they'd have all their standards, all their high ABV shit when you go into the brewery, and then you what's in the Firkin today? And it'd be some weird ass shit. And anytime they're like, we're gonna bring in a Firkin of this, I'm like, great. That means somebody's just, I'm gonna play around and see how this works. That's what that always equates to me. Sounds like Doug Gurin does that too.
Yeah, or the guy with the top hat.
Yeah.
Doug and Carrie are just bartenders. I don't mean that in a you know what I mean? They're bartenders. And the guy in the goofball guy here, and I say that with he's the brewer. And those two are again, I don't know. McFleshman's wouldn't be the same without Carrie and Doug there. I'm just saying. So y'all need to keep that in mind with them. So yeah, Doug, and so obviously the milk tubes were, growing. It was just a great day.
I'm afraid of how many milk tubes I'm going to have when I'm running around with you when I'm out there.
Don't be afraid, because they just go. They're so. So Lagerfest. So McFleshman's puts on a Lagerfest, Doug, every around Oktoberfest, and I'm pretty sure the festival goes 6 hours, and I'm pretty sure, Doug, that Bobby opens up a new Firkin every hour.
Damn. Okay, that's awesome.
Listen, as I said, Bobby McFleshman don't play. That motherfucker is extra in the best way possible. I've said that. I continue to say that. Like, he's just extra. He's always trying to push that barrier. What he can do. Yeah, and that's what, of course, makes the brewery great, right? So, so then there's that. Doug, there is so then this happened since. Did we talk about this last week?
I'm not sure if we did or not.
Yeah, no Firkin around. As you see, Badger Beer Report and Neck Nosh are official partners now, which is amazing and great. And actually, Doug, you get a little bit of dab here, buddy, because you know.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I met Erica through a beer exchange and liked her business. Her business basically helps women in recovery to get back into the workforce. I thought that was a freaking great business idea, and there's not a lot of businesses that do that that are also beneficial to the community. So I think this is great for you guys, and I'm really happy you guys are getting together and doing an official partnership, because what a great business, and you guys do a lot for Wisconsin and the beer scene, and they do a lot in their own way, and this is just going to be really good partnership, I believe.
Yeah, and like I'm sorry, I'm flinching. My knee is giving me trouble. So at the before we move along, at the McFleshman's thing, I'm wearing the neck mask, Doug, and the GM of McFleshman's, Emmy, comes up and is like, "Hey, nice to see you here. I'm glad you're here." She was like, "I'm sorry that Bobby had to invite you. I just wanted you to know that you were invited to every ticketed McFleshman's event, and I'm actually sorry that it took so long for us to invite you." And I was like, "Lady, wow, amazing, awesome. Yes, I'm in. I'm coming to all of these because they're amazing." But she was like, "Wait, what's on your neck?" So then I said, Doug, I swear to you, I said 3 sentences. And she was like, "Where do I talk to her? How do I do this?" Like, it just sold itself. I wasn't even trying to talk. Like, I was going to eventually, if that makes sense. But she was like, "What's on your neck? What's going on with that? Did you make those?" And I'm like, "No, that's actually the only national brand that does it, and they're backed by their charity back, so all the money goes to charity and all that." She's like, "Wait," and I was like, "A women's charity?" She's like, "Okay, you're just gonna hook me up, dude. Like, that's it. Like, you're gonna hook
That's
me
awesome.
up." It was it. Like, it wasn't even selling. It wasn't like, "Hey, Amy, I have something to talk to you about," or you know what I mean. It wasn't even, she was like, "What's that?" And that's why I told you, saw, in our thread that we have with Erica, I was like, I didn't do nothing. All I did was put the fucking thing on. So you gotta love that, Doug, especially when you're in, when you're in this area where you are promoting things. The fact that it could just sell itself, you know what I mean? Like, the product, and just, the charity behind it. So those wheels are already turning, and Neck Nash will be at Lagerfest, which I mentioned. I'm pretty sure. They just got to get the, work through those details, but so it's already working, Doug. So yeah, shout out to Erica and shout out to Doug for introducing us. And it wasn't, I asked Doug, we were in post-production, and I was like, we gotta talk. We gotta talk.
Yeah.
So we talked.
And she was like, "Yeah," and
yeah, we talked like Tuesday or something like that, and like had the deal done by then. And it just took a week for us to get all the dots and the I's and all that thing. But yeah, so this is very, very awesome, Doug. And like, yeah, I want to thank you, and I want to thank Erica. It's all good. So yeah, and this, y'all, is how this shit should work. Thank you. Meaning we network with good people, we promote good people, we rise together. This is how it works, y'all. So amazing and excellent to that. So yeah, a lot of good things going on here, dog. Last and certainly not least, and I want to stop talking about myself, but actually I don't want to. I just want to thank all of our wonderful collaborators. From Vault 202 to Host, all the way up to Boulder Junction, Brewed Omen in Hartford, Fondue Locks Beer Company, Last Ditch Brew Co., Lombardi Brewing Company, Mob Craft, St. Francis, and Tail Winds. It's all the beer's gone, y'all. Thankfully, hopefully, because again, I like to have it around, Doug, but really, if beer sits around, you know what happens, Doug. That's not a good thing. So the beer moved fast, and that's what we needed it to do. And it was a great beer, and this is a wonderful collaboration. One of the largest private media-driven collaborations in Wisconsin history, if not the largest. Not sure, can't confirm that, but I'm proud of this shit. And I'm respectfully kind of glad it was over. It was a lot of work. I'm not glad it's over. I wouldn't say I'm glad it's over, but when it was over, it was like a sigh of relief as far as it being over.
I imagine. And
looking back, that was a lot of work, and it was a lot of fun, but it was a lot of work. Doug, thoughts on all the shit I just blabbed about?
Well, we kind of talked about a bunch of things. This last bit with the collaboration, I mean, that was an enormous undertaking for you and your crew at Badger Beer Report, as well as the breweries. And the breweries buying in, that was cool. The breweries like, yeah, let's get together. How can we work together? That's what the beer industry should be. Craft beer industry should be. Shall be pulling for each other, helping each other, rooting for each other. Like every brewery makes different stuff. Every brewery has their sort of specialty, but you should all want the other ones to succeed, because the more everybody succeeds, it's a rising tide lifts all boats, that whole thing. And now what you've done is you set a precedent, which means next year you'll have a new class to come in and do that. And how cool is that? Is like, hey, we're going to help you get off the ground a bit to get your name out across the state, not just in your local area, but other people will know about you. People, if you're in Milwaukee, people in maybe Madison may not know of you if you're a small brewery and you're just starting out. Like, this is a good opportunity for small breweries to get a leg up and get their name out there in a way they wouldn't have been able to. So you guys deserve a lot of credit for all the legwork and all the work. So kudos to Badger Beer Report. You guys are doing the work and you're succeeding, and it's because you guys work really hard at it and you're passionate about it. And you guys deserve a lot of pats on the back for that. So good for you guys and for the breweries.
Thank you. And for that, Doug, I think it deserves a.
Yeah, I think so. As if I said that and you were like, no, take that back. Like,
all right, Doug, let's have some fun now. I mean, not that wasn't fun, but oh, Doug, warning, y'all.
Uh-oh.
We're bringing back videos tonight, y'all.
All right.
Doug, do you want to do your second one before you engage in this video? Because I literally think all of them are going to trigger you. I think 2 of them are absolutely going to.
Yeah. So yes, I do. I'm actually having another pale ale.
I'll be back. I'm here. I'm just going to get mine.
So what I'm grabbing is something from Bittersweet, which is about 45 minutes from me,
Bittersweet
Farm Brewery is the name of the brewery. This is Root Cellar.
Okay.
So this is a hazy pale ale with ginger and black peppercorns.
That sounds fucking pretty. Wait, I gotta come off. That sounds good.
That sounds super interesting, right? I know I get shit that they give me all the weird.
That sounds good. Well, I'm not willing to call out if it sounds shit. I'm gonna say it. Y'all get all mad when I say that. So that sounds exquisite.
Yeah, so we're gonna give this a go. Had a little bit. Whoa, hey, take it easy there, buddy. Look at that! Look at that pour. I didn't even pour that hardly at all. Looks like a milk tube. So yeah, we're gonna let that settle for just a second, because as much as I would like a milk tube, this is not the glass to be shooting that in. So
ooh, I found a treasure here. I gotta get me a glass.
Yeah. So I said, bitters. I need to get myself.
Wait, show that. Is that a Milko pour?
It was not intentional.
It's a snit pour. Sweet. Yeah.
So I'm waiting this to settle because I can't shoot that in this glass. I'll end up wearing half of it.
But you can take at least a foam and and then let it settle. But get that foam, buddy.
Take that foam, you little bitch.
The foam. Actually, maybe that should be a Badger Beer Report shirt. Embrace the foam. Where's JG?
No, it should be take that foam, you little bitch. That should be.
Really?
No.
How the fuck am I gonna sell that?
You'd be surprised.
All right, dog. I actually did see. You go. Yeah, my bad. Okay.
What is super interesting about this? The ginger is really light, which I was not expecting. Ginger is a super duper strong ingredient.
It's hard to settle it down. Yes,
but they just temper that really nicely. The pepper is in there, and it is a hazy, but it's not the kind of hazy that I really hate, where it's just like I'm just gonna pound you with hops. It is subtle and super fucking well done. I think I need to get some of these. And like I say this, and I sent you beer not long ago. I think I need to make another delivery of beer for you because I am super curious how you would take this beer, how you would perceive it, because I think this is crazy interesting. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that, but I'm gonna give it a run.
Do it, man. Let's see.
I have a contract brewer here that is looking for a brick and mortar, has not found it yet, but they're waiting for the right time, called Rookery.
Rookery.
They are out of Milwaukee area. This is a black IPA with vanilla beans.
Oh my god, that's a great beer. That's a great beer right there. That's a perfect.
That is a great beer. It is for sure. And then I don't know, Doug. What do you think of the can right here? I don't know if I can
get in the camera. All right. First of all, that looks fucking awesome. It's simple but really cool. I wish JHG was here to give us his opinion on that can because I think he'd love that. I don't like the Rookery font.
Oh, am I upside down or no? Oh yeah, there we go.
I don't like the font of the Rookery part, but I love the name and I love the can art.
Okay. Let's see about this motherfucking beer.
Man, I'm super excited to hear how this one is because that sounds.
Oh, vanilla on the nose, Doug, like big vanilla. So how are we gonna balance that vanilla with? Oh, look at that head.
Look how that looks lovely. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Look at us with these weird beers with adjuncts.
Yeah, this is my Los Apostle. Shout out to Los Apostle and Washburn. All right, so the vanilla, Doug, tamps down the hops, and you would love that shit.
That I would love.
That makes sense.
I like black IPAs as a rule, but having it tamped down,
right? But it's not. The hops are there. You could tell it's a black IPA, but that smoothness of a vanilla at the end is just different. And it just settles down those hops, Doug, if that makes sense. In my opinion, in a good way. And then this fucking head here, y'all, this creamy head with this beer, it's Rookery does excellent shit. And Joel and I are really, really hoping that they could find a brick and mortar because these people deserve it. And I know that they're at least half woman run, if not fully woman run. Because every time we see them out there, she's out there pushing her beer. So I don't know if she actually brews or what goes on behind the scenes, but she is a part of it. So that's amazing too. Shout out to Rookery for this one, Doug. I don't know, man. If I can, I got this at a festival. So Rookery. Oh, I don't know if Rookie's gonna be at the Great Taste. I'm gonna try to get you some more. Get some Rookery.
That particular beer, I would be super curious to try.
Yeah,
and anything in there. If they're doing creative stuff like that, then I'd want to try anything.
Yeah, I got a oak aged saison. I'll have for you. How about that?
Oh, okay.
I won't fuck with that one. Yeah. But I literally got this thrown at me at a fucking beer fest, and I was like, oh, a black IPA with where do I stash that shit?
Put that right in my pocket. Walk out.
Right here, right, right. All right. We're gonna do this again, y'all. All right, Doug. Let's hear what this guy has to say. You hear him, Doug?
No, not at all.
Okay, with everything that's taking place,
you hear him?
We know how this story ends. Not everybody's struggling, Some of us have God on our side, and we're totally okay with everything that's taking place. We know how this story ends.
Wow. That was the most punchable combination of face and opinion I have ever experienced. Like, truly incredible. The smugness is so thick, I can taste it. It's like a bad wine. It's giving notes of lacrosse, rich father, and pending sexual assault allegations. Anyway, let's talk about how stupid you are. I'm so glad you're doing well. Praise God. Nothing says good Christian values quite like announcing you're okay with other people suffering as long as you're personally comfortable. There's a special kind of sociopathy in scoreboarding your success against people who are drowning, but to truly believe not only that your comfort is proof of divine superiority, but also that struggling people are less favored by God, top-notch evil. Mwah. Just an awful human being is always the Christians. They do not care about anybody but themselves. I will bet my left nipple that this man calls himself pro-life and then turns around and makes fun of struggling families for having to use food stamps, or actively supports wars overseas where people who aren't his religion are dying. No one chose you. God isn't on your side. You were born into the right circumstances and benefited from a system that was designed in your favor. You're a loser on a social media app cheering on people's suffering. If there's a God, he hates you.
One, I would like to say that guy, Peter Stovall, I've seen him multiple times. That guy is on point all the time. All the time. That was awesome.
That's it? You're good? Okay.
Dude, I could expound on that guy a million times, but I just love what he does. And what are your thoughts on that? Because you're the one that brought the clip, and I'm curious your particular perspective on that.
There's nothing to add. What is that? Where do you add to that? You just shut up and you move along. Honestly.
Like, he's right.
you should. Oh, he also has one about painting his nails. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you see that one? You saw that one?
That where he's like, I paint my nails because it's all just
right.
It's funny because he's this guy that's just like tattooed all over the place, but like I have this very sensible like you hate other people and why do you hate other people like way he goes about things. It's really great. That guy, his name is Peter and his last name is Souvell, I think, and just watch his stuff. He's fabulous.
Mm-hmm. Well, my take is that he's a young cis white male who gets it, which is rarer and rarer these days.
For sure.
And also, it's really nice that I love that he is firm in his masculinity and his sexuality because he, by all counts, he's a heterosexual cis white male. So, like to hear a heterosexual cis white male who's a younger guy wearing nail polish and all that, I just love it. And we just need more of that pushback on all the bullshit that we fucking deal with. So here is another delightful person and rebuked by another smart person.
Chrissy has something to say.
They can have a whole month dedicated to Pride. Can we?
Okay, so I don't know.
Try that again.
Yeah. It keeps. So let me
keeps throwing the other thing up. Yeah.
StreamYard's being stupid. So.
Prissy has something to say.
They can have a whole month dedicated to Pride. Can we have a whole month dedicated to God? Genuine question. Y'all want equality, right? Look, I love my alphabet brothers and sisters. Truly, I do. I'm going to tell you that you're headed straight for hell. But it is my job, because I love you and I care about you, that I'm going to tell you the place where you are headed in life is not going to fulfill you. It's not going to sustain you. It's going to hurt you. And I want you to live the absolute best life that you possibly can.
Honey, every Sunday of every month of every year is dedicated to your God. And if you believed every word in the Bible, you wouldn't be on here talking shit about gay people. Keep your love, keep your judgment, and shut the up. If loving people means telling them they're going to hell, well then I reckon I should go ahead and tell you to go to hell. Because I love you too. And you're a fucking hypocrite. Honey, I am living my best life. I've been living it with my husband for almost 34 years, and we have 2 beautiful adopted children that we raised. Children that heterosexual people decided not to take care of. Where was your God when they needed their parents? Where is your God today when you're on here blaspheming him with your judgment? What you don't understand is that we celebrate Pride because of people like you. Because people like you kept us from having equality for so long. My husband and I weren't able to get married. Just 20 years ago, I could have been kicked out of the hospital visiting him. And there would have been no legal recourse. And so, yeah, we got a lot to celebrate. And if you really loved your God, you would celebrate him whether other people did or not. You don't need our permission. And you certainly don't need to be jealous of our pride. But you are. You are, Blanche. You are. The book of Timothy tells you to sit in silence because you're a woman. And the Bible says you're inferior. I didn't make that shit up. but the men who wrote the Bible did. So why don't you just follow your own Bible and save the judgment for yourself? Because if living my life is going to lead me to hell, well, that's absolutely none of your fucking business. I don't even know you, and I don't want to.
Ramen to that. Again, what can you add to that? The guy's just like, again, the thing that's always amazing about this is those people are so willing to judge everyone else and then be like, yeah, but only God can judge. No, you are judging. You are judging. Why are you judging? Fucking dipshits. Jesus.
Man, just like Black History Month, the fuck shit for fucking pride and the shit that we go, you know what I mean? Like, you already know, Doug. You have any the thing when I say this, that goof, what is that stupid fucking, of course, York, Pennsylvania, of going to York, Pennsylvania, where the players didn't want to wear the pride jersey, so they had to cancel the game. I don't know if you saw that. Like, so there's always this yeah, there's always some kind of fuckery going on any kind of like Heritage Month, right? I think it really comes out hard with the Black history. And now I think, the pushback for pride, I feel, is getting bigger, if that makes sense, because,
for a long time, people were like, pride, okay, whatever, you guys do your thing. And now it's like, no.
Oh, I didn't see this comment before. Yes, a Cascadian dark ale with vanilla. Okay, Amani. I'm not gonna fuck with you. I'm not.
Yes, Amani, it was York.
Oh my God, yeah, York, PA. Come on,
York, PA is there. Listen, they're quote unquote a city. They are not a city. They are a bunch of yokels strapped together with hatred and white supremacy. That's York. I grew up about an hour and a half from York, and I lived in Harrisburg for a while. And let me tell you, there was a weird thing when this was in the 90s, yeah, when I lived in Harrisburg, and Harrisburg people fucking hated York people and thought they were yokels.
Yes, they did.
Just fucking hated them.
No lies.
What a bunch of fucking yokels. They fucking hated York people. It was so funny. Oh man, Amani, we're gonna have to hear those stories at some point.
So my story is, maybe you remember, not Doug, and I don't know. The last city that I lived in Pennsylvania with my future mother of my kids was Lancaster, which is, right up the street from York, basically. So I was,
like 20, 25 miles. Yeah.
Yeah, I was staying at her place before we moved to Arizona. I don't know. I think it was about 5 or 6 months I was there. So I had adjacency to York. So believe me, York is with. Oh, Doug, I wanted to do this. I wanted to do this. I'm going to spoil it now. But I wanted to do this. Put like two things up against each other. Two things that are really, really close. Amani, I'm glad Amani's here. I was going to put up who has a better music discography, Michael Jackson or Prince. Things like that. We won't touch that now. Don't touch that now. But York or Reading? What's a bigger dump? Pennsylvania dump.
It's really city. Hard. That's really difficult. Both are dumps. Just fucking dumps.
Has any of y'all been to Reading? Is Reading still
I've been to Reading.
Because it was when I left. It was a complete house.
I'm gonna say, again, this is me thinking 30 years back. Just take that.
Yeah, that's where I'm at, Doug.
It could be fine now. It could have been gentrified as fuck, and it seems okay. I'm sure York was gentrified as fuck, and not by. Okay. But York is probably gentrified with rich white people, not queer people.
Oh, okay.
So, whereas Reading, I think, was a little more diverse.
Yeah, Reading was diverse. Yeah, no, although, you're right.
But I will say, I think it's interesting. You were living in Lancaster, and Lancaster is really heavily Latino populated.
Yeah,
it was back then, and it still is. So, like, I would feel like Lancaster would have been like way ahead of York. I would think it would have been way ahead of York and Reading, just from the perspective of. I'm not saying
I don't know about way,
I'm not living conditions. I'm talking. All right. Well, at least there's a diversity of folks. Whereas
okay. Well, Yeah. I mean, say what you want about Eastern Pennsylvania. Generally speaking, diversity, I wouldn't say is the problem, if that makes like Eastern. You know, once you get out a little bit into Central, yeah, it's white woods, right? For sure. But like, I don't know, you know that corridor, Doug, like, you know, Bucks County, Montgomery County, kind of out on Delaware County, you know what I mean? Like that little, you know, of course, around Philly. And then I don't know, outside of that big horrible fire that happened yesterday, by all accounts, Allentown's a better place than when I left it, from what I know. Even people on the ground say, you know, my people there is like, no, Allentown's a better place. And I don't know, man. I haven't been back there forever, and I don't know. It's just weird. Every time I go back to Allentown, it's just fucking weird. But anyway, yeah.
I just think the universal hatred of York is really funny.
York is what, yeah, but I think Reading deserves the same kind of heat, if that makes sense. But York is like, you're right. York is like, the whiteness of York is like kind of takes it above the fucking wildness of Reading, and Reading is wild. But Reading has like a hockey team now and all kinds of shit going on.
Really?
Right?
Okay, good.
Like a minor league hockey. You know what I mean? Like I think the minor league for the I think it might be even a direct minor league of the Phillies or something, or the Flyers, sorry. Something like that. I don't know. Anyway.
One other thing about York.
Yeah.
There is also a weird rivalry between York and Carlisle. Carlisle was where Billy Owens was from. Billy Owens and Jeff Lebo. Jeff Lebo played for North Carolina. Billy Owens played for Syracuse, played in the NBA for a while. I played against Billy Owens in a pickup game. That dude was one of the best basketball players I've ever played against in my life, and was about as smart as the microphone sitting in front of me. Unfortunately, that guy he didn't have it in the smarts department. He had it all in the athletic gifts department. But like, there was like a weird thing where York was trying to say that Carlisle was trash. And I'm like, guys, they have an NBA player. You guys are numbnuts. Like, it was a very odd thing where York was trying to say they were better than Carlisle, and neither of them were good. But at least Carlisle had some things where like some really good players.
Right. And if anybody should have been talking to it, should have been Carlisle's, what you're saying.
Carlisle should have been talking shit. So.
Right. So
jeez.
Yeah, we're not recycling it. You're gonna have to go back.
No, just trust us on it. It was
we're not recycling. We're not going. We've literally wasted enough fucking time on that shit. Sure. But the Allentown song, yes. So yeah, Doug. I have another clip of totally different genre, but so we JG, what you did miss was what? We're hating on religion people, or hating, Doug, because
on evangelical Christian nationalism.
Right. Like, so it's funny because I don't talk on a lot of these social media things. In fact, I don't talk on any of them, but I hear what people say about people, Doug, that think like me. So I'm definitely a religious hater. I'm definitely apparently a feminist, and I'm a man hater. So say what, do whatever what you wish. So this video that we're gonna play firmly puts me apparently in the man hating category, because I'm gonna show it to y'all and then we're gonna talk about it. But it's Lex. Do you follow Lex on TikTok, Doug?
Yeah.
A British guy
anymore, but anyway.
Well, good. No, everybody needs to be off that shit, including me, but I'm not. But anyway.
Nowadays are just too masculine.
Oh dear. Where do we begin with this one?
So if by masculine you mean strong, assertive, or independent, then why would you see that to be a bad thing? These characteristics would typically be associated with masculinity, being strong, being assertive, being independent. But the minute a woman shows any of these characteristics or skills, suddenly it's used as a way to be seen as a negative or unattractive. Women aren't more masculine and less feminine. Women are choosing to do things that might involve skills or characteristics that enable them to do the things that they want to do, rather than what they've always been told to do, which is to be a mother. When you describe a man who is a CEO of a company, you might say that some of those skills and characteristics and attributes that they have is what's got them to that position in the first place. A woman who might want to be a CEO who also needs to learn the same skill set doesn't mean that she is now masculine for doing so. And all this does is continue the narrative of upholding gender stereotypes by saying that men and women shouldn't have certain jobs. Women were always told what they needed to do to be feminine, but also because that is what benefits men. And all this really is men realizing that women have more choice, more autonomy, and what men think that means is they have less control, which is exactly how it should be. And your projection of their masculinity is actually just a reflection on how you view other people that don't align to what society has pushed upon them for centuries. And so all you're doing is using the term masculine towards women as an insult, which is no different to saying to a man that if he's caring and nurturing, that would be feminine and a bad thing. And so tell me this, what is it that really bothers you about meeting a man that is caring or meeting a woman that is assertive?
Answer, Doug.
Because they're afraid. They don't like the idea of feeling like they're not the one in control. His idea was talking about control. I think that's the key element there, right? Like what's interesting is like, so one of our guests who we've had on multiple times and a friend of the show is Rachel Binkowski. Rachel is a competitive weightlifter. She is a badass and she knows her shit. She's a cicerone. Like she is on top of her shit. And that woman would drive that numbnuts in the beginning of that video nuts because she is saying, I am this. This is who I am. And one of the things that I think is really great is seeing women like, I will say, for instance, my wife has been like, I am doing weight training when I go to the gym. I am not looking to be svelte. I'm looking to be strong because here's what I need to do when I am 70 and 80 years old. I want to be able to carry things. I want to be able to do stuff. And when women go through like menopause will weaken your bone structure and just all the stuff. So she's like, I'm 48 now. I need to be strong. So I'm going to be working on that. And all these women are choosing to be strong, whether it be emotionally, mentally, or physically. All these guys, they see that, well, where does that make me fit in? Because I need to be strong. I should be the one being strong. No, you should be the supportive. We should all be supportive of each other. And the idea of being supportive of a woman who's like, I'm a CEO, or I'm not a CEO, but I'm a woman who's lifting weights, or I'm a woman who's really strong and doesn't want to hear shit about how I should go in the kitchen and kick out babies. Like women have choices now. They should have had choices all along. But, like we said earlier about that one video where like this whole system is set up for dipshits to succeed. And now they don't like that the system is being upset by people who are like, I don't accept that. I'm doing what I want to do. What works for me? What makes me feel better? What makes me feel strong? What makes me feel adequate? And that guy being like, what about, and his point at the end where he was like, what about a man being, he didn't say it like this, but was like, what about a man being in his feelings and being willing to explore that versus a woman who's being assertive? Mm-hmm. What about that upsets you? Why does that upset you? That shouldn't. Like people are people. And I don't know. I'm just these fucking knobs who like men should be in control and like it's invariably by some dude that no woman would ever willingly give themselves to. It feels like, right?
That too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but,
all of that. Mm-hmm.
But
keep going.
But I just as a white straight guy, like, yeah, I have every advantage. And you know what? It's time that ends. Like the advantages, there should be no advantages. It should be an equal playing field for everybody. Everybody should be able to do what they want to do. And it just like, I don't know. I get really frustrated with it. Like there are a few things that I find really, I'm going to use the word hot, but like, it's more like, I think I find it intellectually stimulating to see women being like, I'm being me. And it doesn't matter how I do that. If I'm going to lift weights, I'm going to study this. I'm going to learn this. I'm going to decenter men. I'm going to do all these things that make me feel better. That's fucking great. And I'm rooting for those people at every single fucking second because our society for too long, and now with the administration we have in place, trying to make it even more so. Like we've done the men in charge for eons. Let's try something different because clearly that's not working. Like make it equal, everybody equal.
So Doug, this comment, you and Renee went into this. So if you got to go deep on this one, if you want, go right ahead.
And that didn't even scratch the surface. You are absolutely correct, JHG. That is just the surface that they went into.
Doug,
and for those,
I'm sorry, you're gonna go. I cut you
yeah,
off.
I was gonna say so the Manosphere documentary was a documentary done by a guy named Louis Theroux, who is a British documentarian who is excellent at getting people to on camera say the things that they shouldn't say. And he's not doing good. Doug? Called Sorry, Inside the it's called Inside the Manosphere.
Okay.
Pretty sure it was on HBO.
Great.
And it is something where you see these dude bros, and you know who I mean by dude bro. It's some guy who lifts weights. I lift weights. I make all this money, and all these women are subservient, and like they do this thing where it's like one way monogamy, where the woman should only be monogamous and the guy shouldn't. It's just all this bullshit, and all of them know it's bullshit. But they're writing it because that gets them fame, it gets them money, and they think that makes them powerful, and it doesn't. It makes them just look dumb and weak. And the Manosphere documentary, I cannot suggest that enough. The thing that actually was one of the most eye-opening parts of that was like there were some dudes in that where these fucking kids, 11, 12, 13, 14 years old, boys, running up to these guys and just like, man, I love you guys. Fuck women. Fuck, like they were just saying the most awful fucking shit. And these are the people they're watching on YouTube. And if you have kids, if you have kids who are younger and they're just getting into YouTube, I'm not saying, listen, I'm not a person who thinks you need to monitor everything of your kid's existence. I think that's a little overboard, but that's my perspective. But you really need to talk to your kids. You really need to talk to your kids. Pay attention to what they're and listen to them. That's just like, hey, how you feel about this? And sit, shut the fuck up and listen. Because your kids are going to tell you what they think if you give them enough time and enough space to feel comfortable and know that there's no judgment. But man, there's some shit in that Manosphere documentary that's just scary shit for young men specifically. And then that makes it scary for young women because those young men are going to go out and do awful shit to young women. So,
you good though? No, I just want to make sure you got everything out because there's a lot.
I could go on for 10 more minutes, but
there's a lot here.
Please don't let me. So,
and also it's described as I'll take it out of here. It's also the red pill movement, right, Doug? That's part of all this. That's the okay. So then there's a lot of that talk on TikTok, specifically in the Black community, and the Black women are just not having it. They're tired of it. And one of the things that they do, Doug, which I find extremely interesting, is that they continue to ask these men who are in this red pill their sexuality. They literally ask, do you like women? Are you sure you're not supposed to be with a guy? And of course you can't do that, Doug, because then all hell breaks loose because they're so insecure in in my opinion, their masculinity, their sexuality too. And I believe that a term that I got from the Black ladies over on TikTok is what is it? Homosocial, Doug. So men are homosocial, meaning they're not necessarily homosexual where they have sex with men, but other than having sex with men, they are men-centric, they're men-aligned, they're all about men, they're all about the call of men. So homosocial, I thought was very interesting, Doug. And they absolutely, totally 100%, at least the men that react to when the women say it to them, absolutely hate it. And it's the red pill men too. Like the sensible men don't hate it. In fact, they repeat it and they laugh about it because, again, generally those guys are set in their sexuality and masculinity. And it doesn't matter what the sexuality is, whether it's queer, whether it's straight, or whether it's gay. If you're a man who gets it, you're going to be like, yeah, they're homosexual. For sure they are. And of course, some queer and gay men will have stories to tell you about, quote, straight men who have sex with men. And a lot of that DL is where a lot of the black women, Doug, on TikTok feel that a lot of men are. And they always seem to ask them whether they're DL or not because y'all hate women. Also, I learned on TikTok. I know it's TikTok and it's horrible.
Hey, but the information you're getting from TikTok right now for this, that's actually a good application of TikTok. Anyway, continue.
That, and you can find pockets of sensibility in any kind of area, y'all, just so you know. In my opinion. Now you got to search for it. You can't just open the app and act like you're going to get sensible shit. But if you curate it like I have since the Goomba's been done, I get on TikTok and I land in these black women's spaces and listening to what, again, y'all run around and say, listen to black women, oh my God. Yeah, actually, honestly, y'all only do that after the election, by the way. We lose an election, and then y'all like, listen to black women, and then six months later, y'all aren't listening to black women. In fact, y'all weren't listening to them when you were yelling about listening to them. But that aside, I actually listen to them, okay? And what they're saying is not great. And a lot of them are getting out, getting out of the whole dating scene. Doug, another thing I heard, I don't know how widespread this is, but I heard women talking about this. Women marrying each other, Doug, platonically, and raising their kids together, cohabitating. When they want a man and they want romance, they can do that. But they have a foundation of, someone that they can, grow with and they can trust and they can live with and they can share bills with. And it's not a man, because again, a man is statistically, a man is the worst thing a woman can have in their house. Look up those stats, yo. I don't make those stats up. Your racist FBI does, and your racist FBI says that men are fucking completely horrible, and they are the most dangerous thing to a woman. So the most dangerous thing a woman could do, Doug, is get married, and that is fucking mind-blowingly wild. But it is the fucking truth. So it's sad. I don't know what to say, but at least I'm a lot smarter about this shit than I was 2 years ago. What's going on?
I just wanted to say that I think that this is, when we talk about it takes a village, right? That's a phrase that gets talked about quite a bit, right? This is the idea of women being like, I'm marrying another woman, not because I'm in love, not because I'm sexually into them. It's more like, this is a person that I now have an emergency contact. If shit goes down, I have someone with me. And it's not a person that I'm afraid of. That I'm not afraid of. And this is the thing, is when you look at things like, and I'm going to get a bit deep here, so pardon me. But the idea of ever since World War II, we had this notion of the nuclear family. And the nuclear family was always like, turn 18, get your fucking ass out of the house. Go find your person. It better be someone of the opposite sex, and you better pop out 2 kids. And you should be able to buy a house, should be able to do that. You should just have a nuclear. Nobody should live in the same house. For the overwhelming majority of human nature, it has been multi-generational houses. That is how families function. Your grandparents, your parents, kids, grandkids. Like, you'd have all these built in. There's a community. Your community was your family, but it was also the neighborhood you were in. Or going back to like, oh, well, all the caves that were local. Like, if you're going to go that far. But the thing is, it's like we're moving back towards that because of how shit costs. Like right now, my neighbors, their 2 sons, one of them's 25 and the other one is 21, I think. And they like the neighbor's oldest son is married. Him and his wife live in their house. Their youngest son lives in their house. They just live together. And like, we have a house where it's like, I told my kids, if shit goes down at all, you have a place here. You always have a place here. We will always make sure you have a place. And, the old thing with and I mentioned on the show before, where it's like the empty nest thing. Like, it's not that. It's an open nest. It's a nest where you go, hey, you may leave, but you are always welcome back. And you could say, shit's going down. Great, come here. We got you. Come here. We'll help you. Whatever. That's the thing is like this notion of this sort of American individualism, which is a whole other piece of shit thing that we drilled into people. Is like, why are we not like, if two women are like, I'm going to marry my best friend and her and I are going to buy a place together. And if some medical thing comes up, we can help each other and our kids can be helped and we can raise our kids together. We're friends, but it doesn't matter. We're doing this for legal reasons. That's them using the system to their advantage. Great. Like, fucking do that. Like, I look at my kids, and my kids are from 25 to 19. So I have 4 kids. I just want them to be fucking happy and safe. And I worry about that because of the way things go. But I would really love to be able to take this house, sell it, and buy some place out in the middle of the woods. I love being in the woods. I would love to be in the fucking woods. I won't do that. And the reason I won't do that is because I want my kids to know I have enough space for everybody. Everybody can come. You and your partner, great, come. If you have kids, great, we'll figure that out. Come, we'll figure that out. Like, it's something where we did this thing in post World War II where like everybody gets their own house. That's great, except we've done nothing to make sure people can still do that. Nobody can do that. Nobody makes enough money. Everything's uber expensive. A single salary doesn't support a house, and it shouldn't have, because that sort of mindset was fucked from the beginning, because it trapped women into situations they didn't need to be in. Again, this is a lot, but I just want people to realize that, like, we all, like, I think most of us here that are talking and hanging out have kids. I want our kids to all know, like, for all of us, I'm saying all of us, but I'm meaning me specifically. My kids can come home anytime. I don't know if you feel that way, Greg. Do you look at it like, hey, if my kids leave the house and they come, fucking come back whenever you need. It doesn't matter what the fuck's going on. Just come. We'll help you.
My snarky side comment is these bitches never left, so we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Okay, fair point. I'm just saying, I have one kid here, and that kid's getting ready to leave soon. But like, yeah. I want them to know that there is never a moment where they think that they don't have a place to go.
Yeah, and there's no sign of my sons leaving anytime soon. They got their college to go to, and it's going to be around. And also their mother has told them in uncertain terms that she never wants them to leave, some weird thing like that. So we're good here. we're good here. So let's address this comment here. Women are smarter than men. So I unequivocally agree, but really though, where my data and my logic lies behind this is emotionally. Men are 92% of violent crimes. In order to do a violent crime, that's fucking emotional, y'all. So when men run around and talk about women being more emotional, it's clearly projection, and it's clearly 100% unfathomable, whatever that word is, bullshit. So emotionally, there's no question that women are smarter than men. Literally no question. So if you're talking emotionally, there's no conversation for me to have here, because the violent crime rates prove that. And women have the same access to the same violent weapons that men do. Literally the same access, if not more. Ask men, because men run around saying, she might kill me in my sleep. Yeah, how often does that fucking happen? Literally, how often does that happen? As opposed to the flip side, sir, jackasses who perpetuate this bullshit. And I'm talking to you red pill motherfuckers too, because y'all love that too. Because y'all just mask over anything that a man does. Because again, call of men will call of men, right? So back to something fun. JG wants to know what's in the glass, and he knows for a reason, dog. because JG, it's this wonderful black IPA with vanilla.
Yeah, show them the can.
And it has this little crow guy.
I really
Doug
want to
doesn't like
know. I don't like
He doesn't like the font there, but the crow guy there, and oh, for fuck's sakes, JG. All right. So anyway, JG, this you don't see it now, but this poured a fucking beautiful, nice foam head that I loved, and like that creaminess of the vanilla JG kind of tamps down some of the IPA hops that you would normally get from a black IPA, but that smoothness with the vanilla makes this shit really unique. You can still taste the hops JG, but there's that roastiness, and then the vanilla comes in. And I would never really, I know I love vanilla and I love black IPA. So, but for them to put that together for it to work, Doug, it was just great. Rookery is great. They need their own fucking brick and mortar. But anyway, yeah. So, yeah, Doug. Any more comments on, or any more woman hating that we need, or sorry, man hating that we need to do before we go on? Because again, everything we just said, Doug, will be categorized by a big fraction of men as, quote, man hating. So if any of y'all bitches in the comments, JG, Daniel, Amani, whoever else is here, if y'all agree with Doug and I, respectfully, y'all are man haters. Just saying. So if the men that are calling me a man hater think I'm a man hater, Doug, I'm going to pretty much embrace that. Is there a medal is there a club? Is there a membership fee? What do I do to make sure that I can cement it that I'm a man hater, that I'm against the fuckery that men have fucked upon the world, especially women? Before we even get to marginalized groups, women are the biggest marginalized group, period. And yeah, and again, and I, let me address one more thing. A lot of women have internalized misogyny. So when you men scream that, well, there's women that are doing this too, that literally is proving the point that the shit is fucking indoctrinated to all of us, and we all have to unpack it. Of course, it's goofy for a woman to like being with, trying to push Donald Trump, or, loving the red pill bullshit, or, supporting that. Of course, that's wacky. Of course, right? But it's because they have internalized misogyny that all of us have from this patriarchal system. So I just wanted to explain that to y'all man lovers, apparently, because again, they're man lovers and we're man haters. So yeah, I don't really think I'm a man hater, Doug, but if they say I am, I'll just go with it. I'm not even going to argue, actually. Like, I don't want to argue with these people. I just want them to kind of all get sucked into the black hole or something. Yeah. I'm not sure. And listen, a black hole won't, listen, I'm not wishing death on them per se. I am, because listen, right, you get sucked in a black hole, right, Doug, and then you get shot to like a multiverse, right? Isn't that what happens?
Something like that. Something like that. Yeah,
well, listen, let them try it, and we can figure out, let's use them as the guinea pig. Let's shoot them into the black hole and then see if they come out, or they go,
tell them there's glory at the end of the black hole.
Well, they can go see Miles Morales, right? Isn't that the multiverse? They can go hang out with Miles Morales and the 6 Spider-Mans or whatever the fuck. Anyway, so yeah. I think that was in response to you bitches in the comments of man haters too. All right, Doug. Yeah, I mean, I at first I was like, wait, I'm not a man hater. Then I was like, wait, maybe I am. If that's the definition, yeah, I'm down. I'm down. All right, Doug. It's time to. Oh, what you got, buddy? What you got? Oh.
I got a third beer, and this is the Doug special. This is the Doug special.
Y'all ready for it?
All right. So one, I love this label. Look at this label.
Hold on.
It's Moostropolis.
What in the hell? The can art is, that reminds me of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
This is a barrel-aged Moostropolis. A
what?
barrel-aged imperial stout with chocolate hazelnut
Oh.
mousse
What?
and cream cheese.
What the fuck is going
I told you this is a Doug beer. I
What the
told you I was not lying.
That shit's funny. Oh yeah. I got to get back on that one, JHG. I got to get back on that one.
Oh, wait. Watch this pour.
Oh, sorry. I gotta remove JHG's comment.
Look at that thing. It's like motor oil.
Not much of a head there, but a nice. Oh, I mean, enough. Get into that before it goes. Yeah. Gotta get that head going.
Oh my word. That is delicious. Just absolutely delicious. All right,
Cream cheese and all?
It's a barrel-aged, basically mousse stout with cream cheese and hazelnut. And I will tell you, this is 13.5%. And it is outstanding. Holy shit. That is excellent. Like, it's just this nice, the barrel aging isn't overbearing.
Mm-hmm.
The hazelnut is actually more forward. The cream cheese adds, the cream cheese is really good. But like, yeah.
Are we sure we are? I mean, that's kind of.
Hey, Jerry, great timing. Good time for joining in.
Oh.
Hey, he secured his masculinity for the record. That's awesome.
I mean, you know me, I'm the last one to judge in this area.
Cheers to this, dude. This is one of the best beers I've had in months. It is superb.
Is this one of the best beers you've ever had on the Speakeasy? Not Brothers and Booze, Speakeasy.
It's in the top 5 to 10. It's so fucking burb. It's so tasty, and it's barrel aged with like all these adjuncts, but it's so drinkable. Like I was really expecting it to be like just super cloyingly sweet. That's what I was expecting. It's sweet. It's not overly so. So yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, Daniel, that you can't have it because of the cream cheese, but oh man.
Hall of Fame comment here. Can we like rank comments? This is a hall. I mean,
well, we have it. Put that in our comment group. Like we have a whole thing.
But if we start ranking comments, then Zach's gonna have like 400 of them, and like
not true, because most of his comments are fucking goofy as fuck and great for the moment, but not like that's a universal comment. That is a comment we can use over and over and over again. Zach is not. His comments are not things we can use over.
Wait! You want to use this over and over and over again?
Fucking right, I do.
Straight cis males. Look at you. Wow. Listen, and you wonder when people say y'all are all homosocial or something. Look at all that. I'm just saying.
I am what I am.
And on that note, we'll just move along because I don't know what else to say to y'all. Doug, I always want to turn that down, and I'm not turning it down. Fuck it.
No, never.
It's a beat. It literally hits you. So, Doug, what's hitting you?
All right. So I was lucky enough to take my wife to an Evanescence concert Tuesday. This is their new album, which came out in June. Surprisingly good. Like just... I'm not an Evanescence huge fan. I think Amy Lee, who was, by the way, trained as an opera singer, she has an unbelievable voice. And
range, probably, right?
Range for days. And
right.
So we went to there. We saw as in our thing over in Discord. He did a Nova Twins thing. Spirit Box was there. But like, she commands the fucking stage. You hear front man, the word front man? Like, she just commands the stage. And it is such a good freaking album. There's like 2 or 3 songs on it that actually, so far halfway through the year, might be in my top 10 as new albums. So yeah, that is just a great album. If you could see them in concert, Gordberg, please do. It is amazing. But the album's really good. I've listened to it twice. So it's only 49 minutes long, so it's not tremendously long, but like, Amy Lee just, that woman could sing her ass off. So yeah.
And they've been around forever.
They've been around.
They're getting up there in age, aren't they?
Yeah, well, they've been touring for 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years. So, and then the thing is, so like, my wife, when she went through a lot all at once. She divorced her first husband. She was deconverting from the church. She went through a whole bunch of things all at once. So there's some bands that were very instrumental to her, and we've seen, I think, all of them at this point. Tool, Alanis Morissette. We saw Evanescence, and then there's one more that my brain is completely frying on that I can't remember. But there were all these bands that were just really important tools for her to deal with what she was dealing with.
Unpacking religion, basically.
Yeah, unpacking religion, unpacking all of it. And so, like, this was one of them. And I was just I bought these tickets for her as a birthday present. And I was like, I think this is one of the bands, if I remember right. And she was like, yeah, this is great. And it was such a great experience. The only bad part of the experience was we were 2.5 hours away, and the concert ended at 11:30 when we got home till 2:30 in the morning. And then I had to get it. And then, unfortunately, my cats decided wake up time was 5:55 a.m. So that wasn't great. But yeah, that was just, it was a great concert. The opening acts are cool. And I have to ask you, Greg, if you go to a concert, are you there early to catch the opening act, since concert tickets are fucking a gazillion fucking dollars?
It generally depends on the opening act, but generally speaking, no. When I was younger, more, but now I'm like, I think for lack of a better word, I think sometimes I'm too aware of my time. I want like. If that makes sense, you can get like a little curmudgeon-y in that area as opposed to just like letting it go. You bought tickets to the fucking concert, dude. You might as well want to go in and listen to everything that you bought. And
that's my
right? Right. Even for better or for worse. And if it's bad, you can dip out and go to the bathroom and go behind the fucking stage, or you can hide from music. I've done it. Hell, I've done it with the with the main event. Fucking, I'm like, oh my god, this is shit. And then like you just got to go find like a little corner or something where you can't hear it, because you're there with friends, right? And they may be enjoying it, or you don't know where they're at, and people don't want to leave. You know what I mean? So you just dip, and then later, you get in the car and you're like, wait, did you see the show? Oh, no, I couldn't deal with it. It was horrible. And they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I did. Like, this happened more than once. I was like, because I couldn't deal with the fucking headliner. Like, I thought it was going to be good. It was all these little venues too, Doug. It wasn't like, it wasn't $100. Yeah, well, because you're going to pay $80. You're going to at least know that you like at least the big band, right? And then you may have to deal with the. But yeah, you saw some good bands, and that's cool. We've talked. Actually, there was a little bit of skirmish back and forth in our
private chat.
Because Doug was like, yeah, I'm taking Joe to Evanescence, and JC and I were like, yeah, it's just not my thing. And Doug's like, y'all are I forget, Doug, I don't know, you probably read it at a weird.
No, I said what I said very specifically was you guys dump on Amy Lee and all that, but like she was
and awesome. I'm like, I didn't dump. Yeah, and literally, y'all, my thing about I dislike literally one Evanescence song, so I haven't tuned in. And Doug, it makes sense. Like, I have issues that, like, the pitch and the tone of opera singers are why I've never been to an opera. If that makes sense. Also, if you remember, I know Jerry's here, maybe Amani's still here. Beyonce went through a kind of an opera-ish phase there, after her Jay-Z and all that, like where she was like doing like these big vocals, and it was just like, to me, that's like the worst part of Beyonce's career. There's something about those high pitches, Doug, that it's just hard for me as a music. I don't know what it is, but and she's amazing at them. So like, I don't ever want to say like I don't like Evanescence because it's a me thing, not an Evanescence thing. Does that make sense, Doug?
Sure, that makes total sense. And
Right.
I said,
That's what I meant.
I said, listen, I stand corrected, and both you and JHU were like, hey, not that and I was like, all right, sorry, I just seemed
Yeah.
like you guys are like, fuck them, and I was like,
No.
that's not what you're saying, just not my thing, and I mistook.
No. It's a nuanced thing, and I literally am copying that. It's a my like I literally heard one song, Doug, and I don't like the band. Like, is that rational? No, think about it. No, so like it's a me problem. It's not an Evanescence problem. So if y'all love her, and I'm good on her, obviously, a female or I'm sorry, a woman rocker,
We've
man,
been doing it for 20 plus years. Like that's badass.
man, nothing but love there. So just because it's not my thing, again, kind of same with Taylor. Definitely not my thing, but I respect the game and it's all cool. But I don't hate her. It's just not my thing. So I should check out this guy. Oh, I think Jerry and Tony exposed us. Sounds familiar. I don't know. Anyway, Doug, you have something else.
Yeah, one other thing. This is a book. So I'm gonna go to audiobook style. This is The Crypt Shakedown by Scott Sigler. And one of the reasons I bought it and listened to it is it's narrated by Ray Porter. Ray Porter is, to me, the best audiobook narrator I've ever heard. He narrated all the Joe Ledger series. He narrated Project Hail Mary. And if you go on any kind of social media and you do any sort of book talk thing, it's almost universally loved that Ray Porter did Project Hail Mary. This book is it's different. It's very much sci-fi with some horror elements to it, but it's unique because Sigler does kind of straight horror most of the time, and this is definitely more in the sci-fi horror element. But he also does pretty interesting character work, and Ray Porter does a great job of reading this. I am about halfway through this. There's this book too that I haven't read yet. So that's why I was going. I've heard this one before, but I wanted to listen to it before I went to the book two. So this is great. Anything by Ray Porter is fucking gold. You can listen to damn near anything that guy reads. And he goes in, he doesn't read them, and he doesn't read the books before he starts doing audiobooks. He cold reads them. He goes in and just says, all right, give me the book, and just starts fucking reading them. That is insane. That is an insane thing to do as an audiobook narrator. To not understand, he's just like, I'm just going to read it, and just boom, and he just plows through stuff, and you're just like, that is a skill that it's like having someone who's good at riffing on guitar. Like that's the only way I can explain it. Just someone's like, let's pick up a guitar and just start railing on it, and you're just like, what the fuck? How are you fucking doing that? And just that's just how Ray Porter is. So
yeah, I find
that's really interesting stuff.
Yeah, I find it hard reading copy for like like doing interviews and shit, Doug. So I'm with like it's just not, and that's copy that I wrote. Like I wrote those fucking questions, right? And reading them back, I still like kind of stumble sometimes or not. I don't have that pace. So for him to just be like, I'm just gonna read this shit.
Like, there's a video of him being like, here's this book you've never read before. Start reading it. He's like, great, give me the book. And he just and for 5 minutes, he just reads the book straight, and it sounds like he read it 15 times before. And just all the inflections are right, all the emphases are right. Like just he's a marvel as an audiobook narrator.
There you go. Let's catch up on the comments before we move along. JHC says, back to what you were talking about. JHC agrees there. Jerry said he was at Smitty's, which was in the making for how fucking long. And it's great that he got it. He really enjoys Smitty's space, no TVs, just tables, beers, card games, and conversation. Doug, do you prefer when a brewery has no TVs?
I'm fine with it. As long as, here's the only caveat to that. As long as it's someplace where people can hear each other. If it's an echoey place, that's a problem for me, specifically because I'm partially deaf. But if it's something where people can hear each other and they have just tables, beer, some card games, and conversation, that's awesome. I would rather that than like a sports bar atmosphere. That makes sense. I'd rather be able to talk to people personally.
Cool. Yeah, those spaces are great. The best part about breweries is that there's, generally speaking, there's a different space for all of them. You know what I mean? They all kind of complement each other. But yeah, it is nice to be able to, not have that focus. And I one of the things I hate the most, Doug, is like, especially like you're traveling, you're in a hotel, and like you go down for the breakfast or the coffee, and it's just the fucking news blaring. And it's just like loud. Oh my god, that annoys. And
It's always Fox News. It's always Fox
don't.
News.
No. I don't even care if it's CNN. I just don't want to. I just think that like we don't have to be blasting this shit. Like it's not what everybody wants in the morning. Like honestly, it's kind of the same. I mean, yes, the divide and one is bullshit, right? But like I'm talking about like the subject matter of it all. Doug, there was a kidnapping and it's just like, dude, I am not ready for this. I need a coffee. I need a little bit of a Danish, and like I'm just not. Anyway, so JHG saw Metallica and Death Maggot. You missed the opening act, which was Avenged Sevenfold. Oof.
That's an oof.
Yeah, that's oof. Because from what I know, they're really good. They're definitely not. Here's another one that's not my thing, but I know a lot of people like them. Actually, one of my best friends in the world loves Avenged Sevenfold. Because of the group, I didn't want. Didn't want to see them. Just Metallica. Yeah, right. And then Jerry acknowledges that he knows Baba Tunde. Again, I'm pretty sure it was Jerry and Ant who got me on Baba Tunde.
Sure, yeah.
I'm performing the Phantoms and the Phantom. Oh, and the orchestra. A lot. Damn, a live hip hop and classical. That shit sounds fun, Doug.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Any other comments we need to check up on here, Doug? You want to talk about? See anything?
No, I don't see anything. I think we got where we need to go.
All right. Well, we will move along to Doug's favorite transition panel.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
So, transition to literally no bullshit. One of the messiest fucking reality shows like possible. This shit is so messy. I just can't say enough about how messy it is. And it's just it's Outlast. It's basically, so if y'all know Alone, I know Doug Lowe's Alone, where we strand people in places and then we keep a camera on them and then we just want to be entertained that they're starving themselves and they're going mentally insane and all those things.
The mentally insane part is the big thing.
And all that, right? And I think that there's less mental grind on Outlast because they're like, so they do it in groups, Doug, is what they do. They drop them off in groups. And then there's the only rule. The only rule is there's like no rules, Doug. The only rule is that in order to leave, you have to shoot like a flare, and then that's how you leave. Oh no. So they have group rules. So you have to have 5 in a group. You can't have more than 5 in a group. And I don't know. There's no rules after that. So they can vote you off, Doug. So it's wild, and that's where it gets messy, Doug, because it's $4 million. Whatever group wins $1 million. So then it gets fucking like it's pretty bad actually. But it's bad in a way that like I can't stop watching. And I'm just, no spoilers, but if you're a man hater, season 2 is a good one. I'll just say that, and we can just move along. Speaking of other dumb reality shit, we have this, which, Doug, before we even get to what the fuck this is, what kind of fucking marketing and advertisement is this? What the fuck is going on? Like, who approved this? Like, what the hell is Doug?
That looks so dumb. That looks just dumb.
Well,
also, here's a question.
What are we doing?
Why are people that are in the middle, who are clearly quote unquote the favorites, have 2 American flags? Three. There's 3 American flags. Three. There's 2 Brazilian flags. Are there that many contestants that are from America and that many from Brazil? That's what I want to know.
Okay, so there are 3 American teams, and one only from Brazil and one only from Mexico. And for the record, spoilers be damned. The world is kicking America's ass, but it's not over.
Good.
The world is kicking America's ass, actually. Mexico is fire, actually, literally fire and figuratively. But I still can't get past this horrible marketing. Actually, that's literally why I wanted to show it, is because we're not doing brewery logos, but this will be a complete F. I don't. Someone approved that. Someone as someone who does things that need to be approved, Doug, if that makes sense, doing my Badger Beer Report things, like, the maps, like JG works on the maps, right? And I have to make sure that, like, he's got everything down. And quite frankly, sometimes JG makes mistakes. And actually, sometimes I make mistakes. Hell, we all make mistakes, right, Doug?
Right,
so at the end of the day, somebody has to say, okay, that goes out. And that is me at this point in my business, right? It makes sense. I would not. I don't even know what I would say if you put that in front of my desk. Like,
why are they all marble statues?
I can't even get to talk about the dumbass show. Like, I can't even get past this. So anyway, Naked and Afraid Global Showdown. Is this another goofy ass reality show that this guy watches? It's fun, it's stupid, and it's basically mindless stuff while I do my work and all the other things, right? So, like, it's just on in the background. It's fun. There's Naked and Afraid used to be like, it used to be tough. I don't think it's tough anymore, respectfully. I mean, they do hard things, but, like, I guess it is. They don't got water and food, Doug, but, like,
I still think Alone is far tougher than this fucking Naked and Afraid. I really do.
Have you ever seen Naked and Afraid?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah. I would say on the scale of difficulty, I would say Alone. Yeah, because overall. But yeah. It's just not what it used to be. I think these things kind of like dumb down and all that. Yeah. Well, again, the naked part is not even great because
everything's blurkled.
Well, that and do we really need to see a lot of people naked, Doug? Let's just keep that real, though. Like let's just keep that on the buck. Like, many of y'all, I'm good that we have clothes, respectfully.
I'm good that we have clothes.
So that's, I don't know.
Man, I'm gonna keep a shirt on myself at all times when I'm around you, motherfucker. Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying, like, well, I know Jerry wasn't making that out, but, like, yeah, a lot of people are like, "Oh my god, if they're naked, that's great," and I'm like, it's not even a part. At some point, it doesn't even. I mean, there might be a nice set of buttons to look at here and there, but other than that, it's really not anything worthy. So, my last thing I've been watching is the Goofy World Cup. It's been entertaining, and I've at least been able to focus on the soccer as opposed to the fuck shit around it. And that's kind of much it. Doug, what are you watching?
So I started season 3 of House of the Dragon. First episode was just an absolute fucking banger. Just a million things going on. It was an hour of just high tension awesomeness with, political intrigue, dragons, just goddamn. I love all these goddamn Game of Thrones shows. I don't know. It was really great. So that I just obviously on HBO, so I can't suggest that one enough. Please watch that one. So
Oh, what's next? Here, I got it though.
Okay.
Oh,
the WNBA, baby, and here's
okay.
why.
Okay.
We have someone who tied the NBA scoring mark, and nobody knows her name. And her name is Marina Mabrey. Marina Mabrey. She scored 53 fucking points. 53 points in a WNBA game. And here's the thing. Everybody knows Caitlin Clark, and you might know Aja Wilson because she's probably the best player in the league and is dating Bam Adebayo from the NBA and all that stuff. Marina Mabrey is the best WNBA player you've not heard of. She plays for the Toronto team, which was an expansion team. 53 points. Like I believe she's averaging either close to 30 or over 30 a game. Like, just here's the thing: you get Caitlin Clark, you maybe Aja Wilson, you maybe get Olivia Miles. Olivia Miles as a rookie has just been ridiculous. You still don't get to see all these great players, which is just, oh my goodness, it's amazing to watch. So yeah, I can't suggest watching the WNBA enough. I love this image that's there. Yeah, and it's just skills. It's not dunks. Not like there's people who have raw athletic ability, but like, yeah, but it's just literally just fucking amazing to watch. And yeah, Olivia Miles does fucking cook. Like, she is fucking great as a rookie, and just yeah, I can't suggest the WNBA enough. Please watch it.
Doug, where do you catch the WNBA these days?
The problem is mostly you have to watch it on a channel called Ion, which is this fucking dumb little channel. You'll catch some ESPN ones and stuff like that. The problem is Ion is
Is the Ion like an app that you can get on your Roku or whatever?
I have no idea.
Well, how do you do it?
I watch it through I have the Sling app, which gives me a bunch of different things, and Ion is one of the channels on there. So I get to watch it through that. But I'm just telling you, if you don't have Ion or Sling, it's tough to find it. So it just sucks because it's such a good goddamn product, and people aren't able to watch it because it's not on ESPN, unless it's Caitlin Clark or maybe Paige Buchers.
Angel Reese.
Angel Reese. Here's the thing. Like, listen, our gal Brianna will fucking go to bat, being like, WNBA is like focused on all the white stars. She's not wrong. Marina Mabrey is a white lady, but Jesus Christ, she is doing shit that like neither Caitlin nor Paige Buchers are doing. It's like she's just on fire and has been on fire for weeks. So like, if you can find it, like I said, Ion, ION is the channel. Please try that. Hopefully you can find it elsewhere, but yeah.
Yeah, you Google it and Ion will tell you where you can find Ion. So Doug, you wanted to see this. I apologize for my terrible videography. I don't know what I was thinking or what the fuck was going on, but you can at least hear Jessica accept her trophy for winning the but yeah, the videography is atrocious. Warning.
West Coast IPA. It sold out in 11 days. I was annoyed because that's not what usually happens. And I said, come on, like, is it really possible that making IPAs could be a business model for a craft brewery? We are so thrilled to get the first time through this.
Oh my God, this is amazing.
Someone else is going to win it, maybe Vault 202, because that Sunset Sound is dope as hell. We're going to have several glasses today.
Let's go.
We're so thrilled. I grew up in Appleton, so it's really thrilling to be back here sharing our beer. Thank you to all of you. Cheers.
So yeah, she said she had a little comment earlier about like brewing IPAs because she's a barley wine bitch. Her words, not mine. and I got permission to say that. So cheers. Or Giant Jones are the barley wine bitches. And Doug, let's talk about it before we get out of here. Let's talk about your. Are you getting excited about coming out here in August to see what the hell is going on with these breweries in Wisconsin?
It's funny. I was talking to Jill about this today. I'm just like, I am so excited to go out and just meet people. Like the people, it's not. That's the thing is like craft beer industry is just not the beer; it's the people. I am so excited to meet all the folks at Giant Jones, Vault 202, McFleshman's. Like there's a thing I'm meeting all these people. I want to meet Joel Geyer. I've never met him. I've never met Chris Drosner. I've never met Chris Drosner. These are things I'm people who have been on the show probably multiple times. I just have not met, and I am so excited to be able to meet them and talk to them and just like be in their sphere.
Sorry. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Keep talking. I wanted to show this. I wanted to. So these two you got to meet. Allison and Bobby Fleshman.
Okay.
Yeah, the McFleshmans, but you got to meet those two. And I actually, that's why I was trying to show their reaction to Jessica getting it, and you could see Allison is just loving it. And I wanted to get that, but I don't know. I was also fanboying because she was, I love Jessica, and then she was calling out Vault, of course, and it's this whole little anyway.
Yeah, for sure. So
you're coming out.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right, so hold on. I'll tee you up. Let's tee you up again. So Doug is actually because we didn't give you all full context. We just act like y'all should know what the hell we're talking about, which we do that a lot around here, and we apologize. but Doug is coming out for the Great Taste of the Midwest, which is cited as one of the best beer festivals in the world, let alone America. I agree. It's up there with Barrel and Flow, y'all. It's actually the same fucking weekend as the fucking Problem.
Yes.
So also y'all know when they have these like where is the best beer festival in America, it's always Barrel and Flow, Great American Beer Festival, Great Taste of the Midwest, and then there's other ones mixed in there, right? So Doug's coming out on a Wednesday, right, Doug? And you're leaving on a Sunday. The Great Taste of the Midwest is Saturday, and Doug wants to be running around to all the breweries in between then. So Doug, who do you what breweries? You said I heard you say McFleshman's and Mari. You got to meet Mari, your girl Mari.
Yeah.
Oh, sometimes I think Mari loves you more than me because Mari and I go back and forth. She don't like hazy IPA. She thinks it should be banned from existence.
Hey, that's why I love Mari. Anyway.
That's why I don't. No, I do. Of course I do. But no. So I keep talking about it because I kind of cut you off earlier. But,
no worries. I'm looking forward to obviously trying beer. I'm looking more forward to meeting all the people. I want to meet the folks from, like I said, McFleshman's, Giant Jones, Working Draft, like Vault 202. I want to meet obviously Simon and his partner over at Venture. Like there's just so many. The problem is there's too many. There's too many people to move.
No. You're good because you're marked safe, Doug. Because if we don't get to the breweries and they're not there when we get there, you have the Great Taste, and they're all going to be there, Doug. Literally all. Now, if you miss them at the taste, then I got nothing for you, right?
Yeah.
But like they're all going to be at the taste. And sometimes you don't see people at the taste because it's big and things are moving, but you will get to meet a lot of them at the taste, Doug. So it's gonna be It's just like Barrel and Flow's a family reunion. That's basically all my Wisconsin beer friends in one spot. So Doug will be very, very happy about.
I will be in my glory there.
Yeah, and Doug is going to be part of our media team. I was talking to Doug about this before because Doug was like, "Yo, I'm just hanging. I'm not a part of BBR crew," and I'm like, "Actually, technically, you are." And I'm saying this publicly that we'll get you a media pass with the Badger Beer Report. But we are obviously talking about it now. I'm a part of the Badger Beer Report. We're actually going to be doing a wrap-up show about the Great Taste. So we'll be doing enough content that Doug has earned his media pass from, at least I get to say that. So but Doug, one of the things is that the Great Taste of the Midwest does not have a VIP. This has general admission, but it has an open time where media people and people who work in the industry get in earlier. And I'm pretty sure it's like an hour and a half or maybe even 2 hours, Doug. That we get in there, we can go walk around, talk, see people before the 5,000 other people come in or something like, or 3,000 other people like that. Yeah, it gets really fast, quick. So like, or really tight, quick, especially once everybody gets in there. So having those like extra, I think it's 2 hours, to walk around and to like get to the spots, because then at that point, Doug, you can be like, yo, these I want to get to, I want to make sure I see Simon, or you could say I want to make sure I see these people, and then we can get through it too. But Jessica Jones will be there all day. Yeah, man, it's gonna be great. So I'm glad that you're making it out here. This is an open invitation, of course, to everybody who is in the comment section, because I know all of y'all personally. If I don't know you personally, respectfully, no, you don't get an invite. So listen, my cookout is invitational only. Like, aren't y'all? Like, you don't just say, hey, everybody come to the cookout. You have specific invites to the cookout. So, and us Black people are we more selective about our cookouts, Doug? Let's talk about this.
Probably.
Because I think white folk, I think y'all just invite everybody and deal. Whereas I think Black people are like, nah, we're not inviting Uncle Mike. So it's just not happening.
No. White people are very much like, let's invite all the family. Yeah, Uncle Mike is a bad person, but he's part of the family. So let's fuck it.
Oh,
if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. I think it's like invite everybody and we'll deal with it. There's not like, fuck Uncle Mike, he's a pedophile. No, Uncle Mike is misunderstood if you're a white person. So that's kind of how that works. Oh, Uncle Mike's going to ogle all the underage girls. Yeah, well, that's just how Uncle Mike is. If you're a white person, that's how that works. And then you tell the underage girls, be like, do not go anywhere near Uncle Mike.
And on that note, Doug, the bar is really high tonight for beer.
Very high. Very high. I had just bangers all night long.
Let's hear about them. Let's go.
All right. Bottom to top. Again, the difference is minuscule.
Hold on. This is a good point too.
Yeah.
Any of that going on with white people too? Like, is it cool? I could just bring whoever. There's no like.
No, there's no like bring whoever, and they're like, and then they'll bring like this fucking people, and they're like, okay, well, we'll just deal with that. Like, there's no fucking like white people are just like fuck it.
Because Amani's right though. Like, we're taking notes, and we will say something next year. Like,
nope. White people don't do that.
We will. Yeah, we will be addressing this.
Here's the thing. After the fact, later the next day, they'll be like, "That motherfucker." That will be what will happen. It's not
right, but then if that person wanted to bring no other people back next year, it would be fine. Like, they wouldn't say anything to him.
Mostly, yeah.
Oh, Doug, back to your beers, because that was better.
All right, Jersey's best dancers. Again, I had bangers. This was really super interesting. They had all this. It was an American IPA, 6.8. Eggers Nelson Sauvin, Eggers Matuka, and anchovy hops, English ale yeast, and Pilsner two-row wheat hops. Just a super interesting beer. Just not my normal jam, but man, that was good. I really enjoyed that. My second favorite thing was Root Cellar, which was a hazy pale ale with ginger and black This was so goddamn interesting and weird and strange and fun. Yeah, I got to find one of these for you, Greg, because I think you'd really dig this. This is really good. My favorite thing, though, was this Moosetropolis.
Moose? Tropolis?
Mousse.
Oh, so I didn't get that, like chocolate mousse.
Yeah, chocolate mousse.
Not like moose with horns and shit.
Yes. No, not like moose horns. So this was this was barrel aged imperial stout with chocolate hazelnut mousse with cream cheese. So yeah, this was goddamn delicious. This is so fucking good. 13.5%, very high BV, but this is good. But that root cellar, yeah, JG, that was excellent.
All right, Doug. Yeah. So, Doug, work with me to get me a link to if that beer's on their website or something.
Which one?
Cream. Listen, the cream cheese. I haven't listened.
It sounds so weird.
Well, but I'm in the land of we try to fuck with anything kind of beer, and I've never heard of that shit. So that's what I'm intrigued because also, what were we gonna say?
It's Imprint Beer Company, which is
Doug, let's not do it now. Just get it to me later, or you can say it again. No, Imprint Beer Company. That's cool. No, I will be bugging you in the back end about that. I'm just saying that that's something that, and also we're in this whole Badger Beer Report is literally in this whole recipe building thing, Doug. So Joe, listen, y'all think Joe loves breweries? This motherfucker loves making recipes and weird beers, and he's taking all of his travels and putting it into these different recipes that the Badger Beer Report is doing. One of the things, Doug, while we're here, one of the things before we get out of here, Doug, that you'll be able to take part of is one of our collaborations, which is with Dead Bird Brewing. We're brewing a beer with Dead Bird Brewing, and Joel's actually has hands in all kinds of crazy ways with the recipe. Thing is this, there's going to be Dead Bird Brewing, and then our friend Nerdy Beer Guy, who wasn't able to show up tonight, we were going to talk about it. He's brewing a beer with Topsy Turvy, and whoever, there's going to be a vote. There's going to be a vote. There's going to be a QR code and vote, and whoever the crowd says that has the best drinkable summer beer will walk out with the Great Taste Chairman mash paddle, Doug, which is going to be this mash, like a mash paddle that they use for brewing. It literally came from the Great Taste Chairman. It was his. He sold his brewing equipment, so it's his. We're going to make it like gold. It's going to be in this nice trophy piece, and the winner will walk out of the Great Taste, Doug, with that in my. I will walk out with it in my hand.
Damn.
We're going to win, and if we don't win, it's rigged, and I'm fucking contesting that shit.
Hey! Don't pull the Trump nonsense. Please don't do that shit.
What do you mean? That's not Trump nonsense. That is America nonsense. That is what we do in America. We lose, and then we fucking. Oh no, we don't have any women here. We lose, and then we become cunts about it.
Fair point.
So right. So I may be unsufferable if I lose to that nerdy beer goof guy. And shout out to BJ. He's amazing. He's a great guy. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it, but I don't know, Doug. We have we have one. Oh, yeah. So here we go. Number one, actually, let me get to this. We're all over the place tonight. I had Good Works AFT AFT version 11 apparently with all kinds of different crazy wonderful hops. It was a nice little light colored hazy, but it wasn't light in the thing. It was Good Works. Excellent. Doug, you'll be able to have Good Works. Where? At the Great Taste of the Midwest. How many times are we gonna mention that shit tonight? Maybe even more. But
maybe more.
This was the one that no offense to Good Works. That's a good base. But this one, this Rookery Black IPA that I can't show you with the beautiful there we go. Yeah, this was that was really good. I hope that when Rookery comes around, that they can keep that as one of their main ones because that vanilla interacting with those hops are great. So what I was going to say is we'll probably see BJ Nerdy Beer Guys. We'll probably see him in July, Doug, because we only have one date in July booked, buddy, and that is next week. And next week, Doug pretty much knows that I will not be here, Doug, and it will be you and Jerry. Do we?
I believe.
And
I
okay,
believe.
and who is the guest, Doug? Because it's your guest and it's your show, and I won't be here. I mean, do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, please tell, because I didn't.
Oh,
I didn't
it's
do
your
any
friend.
homework.
It's everybody's friend. It's your friend and everybody's friend, Aloe.
Oh, Aloe will not be here. It'll be Rachel.
Oh, even better. Respectfully.
Yeah, so Rachel will not be here. So Aloe got a new job, and Aloe's job, unfortunately, he's not going to be able to be here tomorrow. So it'll be me and Rachel and Jerry. I'm assuming Jerry's going to be our co-host.
Okay.
Jerry, if you didn't know that,
we asked
next week.
Oh my God, this is horrible. But or you see how this works, y'all. No, I thought, okay, so I'm out of this loop a little bit because I'm not going to be here. But yeah, so Rachel and Doug will be here for sure, and we will have a co-host for you. It actually could be me, but I will probably be on the road, so I will not. Plus, as I explained to Doug, keeping it real, I was like, fuck the 4th of July. I'm not trying to do a show then. And I think Doug said, well, it's the 3rd of July, but who cares? And I was like, you're right. So
fair point.
But also though, at this point, I believe I will be on the road. So of course, visiting breweries in Wisconsin, you know. But yeah, so Doug, next week, you and Rachel. Do you want to say something for people who don't know who Rachel Benatowski, right? Benkowski. My bad.
So Rachel Benkowski is a certified cicerone who also is a partner in Beer Babe's family.
Yes.
Just a superb palate for beer and a weightlifter. Like I think she's just a marvelous person. I really can't wait to talk to her about beer. And then we'll see who else we can get to pop on, but it'll be fine and we'll have a good time. So
yeah, and I'll probably be in the comments asking her things about what she's thinking about different things. Obviously, I have my perspective from Wisconsin, so I'm gonna, if I'm not on screen, y'all, I'll be in the comments probably pretty much for sure. Because usually at that time of night, I'm done running around at breweries and I want to chill. So I'll probably be chilling and having a beer, and that's next week. And then yeah, so we'll probably have BJ here one of these other weeks here coming up because we want to talk about this collaboration that we're having. It's one of the fun things. Also, BJ's into, he's nerdy beer geek, or nerdy beer guy. So he likes beer, but he's watching all the movies. I saw him he saw Supergirl last night, all these things. So he's all into all that, the movie culture and all that. So he'll be fun when he gets here, y'all. But yeah, Doug, you're always fun.
Right, you're always fun, and we had a good time as we always do. And thanks everybody for being part of the audience and just fucking bullshitting with us. We always have a good time. This is why I like doing the show, because I just get to fucking veg out and hang out with my friends and bullshit. So thank you all.
All right, and we will see you. Let's see. Okay. Doug, what do you what movies do you have on your scope coming up?
I still haven't seen Disclosure Day, which I need to go see.
Me too.
But I don't have a lot else on my schedule just yet. So
yeah, this I need to see Backrooms. Actually, is the one.
Backrooms is so good. So please do.
I'm really interested in He-Man because I was a goof for that shit when I was young.
Yeah.
And the other ones are just gonna have to slip at this point, and I'll catch them on. I'm gonna be doing a lot of back end catching on the streaming this year, if that makes sense. Because but yeah, Doug and I both recommend for horror fans Obsession for sure, right, Doug?
Absolutely, 100%.
Yep. So all right, y'all. We'll see y'all when I see y'all.
Cheers.
Maybe not next week for me, but definitely for Doug. Oh, Doug, sorry. We're close enough. You want to talk real quick about July's Word of Content?
Oh, Mortal Contact for July is going to be Laurel Hightower, she is a female horror writer. I'm super looking forward to that. That will be a pre-recorded episode because of timing, but that will be fun. And then in July, I am doing Alex Tremblay, which is a jazz musician. So I get to talk to a jazz musician. August, yes. So we're doing June. Yeah, you're right. August will be Alex Tremblay, so we'll get to talk about jazz music and all that stuff. So that'll be fun.
And last and certainly not least, a cult bar next week, right?
Yes, and my brain is not remembering who we're talking about. So I've had a 13.8% beer, so forgive me.
No worries, no worries. Well, listen, you can always go back to the Manosphere one. That was 2 months back that you and Renee did. You can actually Doug and Renee recommend that you watch the show for the documentary first, and then supplement that with the cult bar, right, Doug?
Absolutely. So yeah.
Okay. Cool. And also, last and certainly least, talk to your boys. I did this week, so literally talk to your
Please
boys.
do.
Ask them, just straight up ask them if they, do they know about the red pill ideology? What they think of it? The response I got in the house was, they laughed in my face. So that's what I wanted. Literally, that's the response and it was great because then I didn't have to even engage, right, Doug? Like, because engaging is getting into that, rabbit hole and having that whole conversation.
Yeah.
That's they just got it, if that makes, what I mean? They got it. It was just like, excellent. So we got it. We're out of here. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.